Over the footy, Kingsbury, he's got it, 30 metres out from Frankston's goal, directly in front, spills out, little give, Sutton around the corner, top of the square, McRae comes over the back, kills the contest. Good work there by Kingsbury. We're hearing ourselves, boys. It's repeating itself. Backs on the middle.
Free kick to the Bombers.
Yeah, the umpires just read way too much into that there, I think, Geordie King. I think Bedford was clearly on top of Downey.
Well, he was originally, and then they
Downey
switched.
did have an elbow on top of Bedford there.
I think that's just a bit soft umpiring. Umpire's got to realise that it's, there's two players out there having an impact on what's going on there, George. Let the game play on. We like a bit of biff.
So the ball comes back down to Bedford. He's about 55 metres out from goal directly in front. He won't get the journey, so Rosebud are getting numbers back. It's the Bombers by 3 points. 6 goals, 440. Rosebud, 5-7-37. The ball goes short of Melfi. Kicks the ball long from 50. Goes to the top of the square. Muston trying to get a piece of it. Ball spills down. There's Sean Downey. Attacked the footy hard. Needs some run and support. Gave it over the top. Was good to Peg. Back to Downey. Runs around Loney. Good play. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. They got the numbers here. Fletcher Huswaite, does it sit? It does. He saw nothing ahead of himself, so he just kicked it forward. Corrin, he's got a couple to beat. Good play there by him. Stuffles ends up with it. Kick around the corner, up towards full forward. Foot race on. Page versus Stevens. Boundary line beats them all and it rolls over. Right forward pocket for the Buds.
Geez, aren't the defenders fumbly when the pressure's on, the ball's on the ground. Frankston really struggling to pick that footy up and get that clear disposal out of their defensive 50.
Like I said, if you got your phones or your iPads at home this afternoon, or you're listening at Chelsea or around the ground here today, tune into RPPFM Footy on the Facebook page or YouTube, and you can live stream the game. Ball ends up with Kitchen. Sweeping handball, Kingsbury starting to get his hands on it. Chapman wins it now at half forward. Runs around Fisher. Sweeping handball to Brett Sutton. Gets the footy. Kicks it there towards Longham. Went without it. Peg. Good play by him. It's not. It's Bart Wallace. Ball's attacked there by Brett Sutton. Handball comes out. Head over the footy there was Wilson. Gave the don't argue. Then he kicked it. It was smothered though. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. And it's getting a little willing out there now, gentlemen.
It really is, isn't it? It's turned up a notch. Frankston answering really well. They've done well to stop Rosebud's score flow, because obviously going to be fantastic for Frankston if they can remain up going into half time.
Pines lead 5-5-35. Mount Eliza 2-1-13 in the elimination final. There's Corrin. Gave it to his brother in Curtis. Kicks it inside. Wonderful kick. That was a beautiful kick by Curtis Corrin. He was running at full tilt and he drilled it down the throat of Keegan Downey.
It was a beautiful kick, but he actually munged it. It was an absolute floater of a kick. But hit Downey on the tit, and hopefully he can go back and nail it, Downey for Rosebud.
So this to put Rosebud in front for the first time this afternoon. 5-7-37 Rosebud. Frankston 6-4-40. 3 points the difference. Keegan Downey kicks from 52. He liked it the minute it hit the boot. He just put the little fist up and they're in front, the Buds. They lead by 3 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Selling a property is one of the biggest financial transactions you'll make. Brian Real Estate aims to take the stress out of the equation and deliver a result above your expectations. With offices in Langwarrin, Chelsea, Carrum Downs and Keysborough. Whether you're buying, selling or renting, O'Brien has you covered.
Oh yes, new sponsors here, O'Brien Real Estate, the great voice of Hutch. Darren Hutchins, one of the owners and directors there, as the ball's back in the centre of the ground. Good play there by Baker, won the tap, comes down. Bentley just with another clearance, gave it there towards Corrin, that was Jake. Head over the footy and the umpire will come in and bounce. We've got ourselves a ball game, Geordie King.
We sure do. They've used the wind real good this quarter, Rosebud.
They have.
50s shorts.
This quarter, Rosebud 12-2.
Yeah, so they're dominating, no doubt about it. Good play there by Kitchen, just protected his space. Ball spills out, taken there by Peg. He's been in everything. Kicks it up there towards Downey. Good play, Al Williams. Taken there by Spooner. Does it sit for him? He wants to sit for him. Comes to Downey again. Right foot around the corner. Kicks another one. Number 4 for Keegan. And they're out by 9 points. 49 plays 40 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Becoming a massive handful for Al Williams, Keegan Downey at the moment. He looks a bit frustrated. He's looking around Al Williams like is there going to be a change, but
how long before Bo Muston goes on him?
That change cannot be made. Cannot be made for Frankston because they haven't looked like having a key target take a mark for them, whether it be
He
forward.
does look dangerous, Bo, doesn't he?
He's the only player, and it was the same as the grand final last year. He's the only player that's looked like taking a big mark and kicking a goal for him forward-wise so far.
So there's Jarman, tried to crash his way through. He was held up there by Ryan Kitchen. And they were onto him pretty quick too, Rosebud. They're aware.
Try to put him in a headlock there, Kitchen.
He did. He has a crack, doesn't he? As the ball goes spilt down there towards Fisher. He attacked the footy hard, did Fisher. Oh, I'm not sure that's fair. Oh, wowee. And good play there by Matty Harris. He was aware of it the minute it happened. Rubbed him on the head and said, sorry, mate, didn't mean that one. As the ball goes out towards Wallace. Geez, he looked a little unsure there. Longer made him pay. Bedford, right foot snap around the corner. Fisher there versus Foster. No, it's Harris. Pegg went through. Great tackle there from Kingsbury on Baker. David and Goliath stuff. And the umpire will come in eventually bounce. 50 metres out from Frankston's goal. Kicking towards the bay end here at Carr Street in the second quarter. They trail by 9 points. They led by 30 points at quarter time, did Frankston, as Anthony Pegg attacked the footy. Curtis Corrin caught, umpire said, had prior opportunity, and Jason Kingsbury will get the free kick. 70 metres out from goal, outer side of the ground. There's Josh Francis lurking at the back. A leap comes, nobody could take the mark. Good play. There's Jarman for the ball, kicks it out wide, looking for Huswaite. Couldn't get him. Keegan Downey came out, went without it. Al Williams goes back, finds Buchan. Another one inside. Marks Logan, goes short, finds Sutton. That's Dale Sutton, who's got the ball. Not sure what Page is doing, calling for it. It's 85 metres on the opposite side of the ground. Is there no wind on this side of the ground?
There really must have been. It's twice he's done it. He's had his hands in the air and he's been at least 90 metres away from his teammate.
So left forward pocket for the Bombers. They trail by 9 points. We've played 22 minutes. As the ball spills down, great play there. That was by Reynolds. Only as far as Pegg, who kicked the ball out wide. Corrin versus Bedford, the foot race. Eventually the umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw the ball back into play, the boundary umpire. Half forward line. Very composed looking Rosebud bench down there.
Still 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, Adrian McBean. Mark Huswaite just barking some instructions down there as well. So the ball comes back into play. Baker taps the ball down. Corrin tapped it only as far as Kingsbury. He's in trouble. Oh! Geez, that was a big tackle.
Oh!
And he's been pinged for holding the man.
What?
He dumped him.
Dangerous tackle.
Yeah, I agree.
But he's calling holding the man.
No, I agree.
Yeah, but he's calling holding the man.
Yeah, because he got rid of the footy and then he threw him to the ground.
Holding the ball in my book. That's
So
very
Kingsbury
like
gave it to Amalfi. Amalfi kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line.
Oh.
Great play there by McRae again. Hurt himself there was Mew, who ran back with the fly to the ball. You've got to love these 21-year-olds for Rosebud. They just put their bodies on the line. And you look at Lockie Mew. In fact, he's 24. I'm sorry about that. As the ball comes back into play. Good play, Baker again. Matty Harris. Bentley goes towards the boundary line. There's Mew. Geez, he picked that up nicely off the deck. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Downey wants it. Ball spills over the back. Where's Spooner? Foot race against Buchan. That gets to 50 metres. Francis, he's got a clean pair of heels. Oh, Spooner just overran it. Eventually the ball gets just kicked towards half back there for the Bombers. Anthony Pegg, does it sit for him? It does. Goes inside. Corrin gave some fancy footwork. Goes in short. Payne's got it at half forward. Downey's one out with Williams. He needs to go there now. Decides to go shorter. And it wasn't a bad option in the end. He finds Jarman, who takes the mark. About 48 metres out from goal, slight angle.
Yeah, just really smart from Payne. Like you said, he probably could have gone one-on-one to Downey and Williams in the square, but you're not always going to back him, and you've got blokes like Jarman floating forward. Why not chip it in and back him?
24 and a half gone. This to extend the margin to 15. I don't think he's got it. He hasn't. Through for a behind. So they move to 7 goals, 8.50. Rosebud. Frankston 6-4-40. 24 and a half gone. Qualifying final. The winner, of course, to play Sorrento here next weekend. And the loser will play the winner of tomorrow's elimination final between Hastings and Red Hill. And we've got an elimination final in Peninsula Division today as well, and Pines are doing it nicely. 6-6-42 lead Mandaliser, 2-1-13 as Jay Reynolds takes the mark. Defensive 50 for Frankston. Goes wide, looking for a Melfi. They've been good at just protecting and stopping that run, that offensive run off the mark of Frankston, which they're so good at. So Page, this time he gets it in a cross conversion as it goes to Matty Harris now, who takes the mark at halfback. Standing to mark, there's Corrin, he's wrapped him up. Little handball goes down, out of bounds. So good play there again by Jake Corrin.
Should have been deliberate.
So 10 points the difference, Rosebud 7-8-50. They've whacked on 6 goals, 4 in this quarter, have Rosebud. Frankston have not been able to score in this second quarter. There's Dwyer. They'd love another one, Rosebud. They really would. As Jarman.
Probably need another one, I think, going into what they were 1-4 after that. So they've kicked 6-4. So probably need another one, I think, just going into half-time.
Ball spills out. Corrin only as far as Page. Sutton went without it. Good tackle down. He holds the ball in. And the umpire will restart play again. About 48 metres out from Rosebud's goal. Up they go, Dwyer versus Kitchen. Protected the space well, did Kitch. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to Degenhardt against Jarman. Goes out wide. Geez, it was a tricky kick, but it came off okay. Corey Buchan's got the footy. So they're finding it hard to get out of this area. The Rosebud full team press is just holding things very sturdy in Rosebud's half of the ground as Degenhardt's got no choice but just to kick it up and under and go long and wide. Muston's got a fly, couldn't take it. Mew over the back, good play. Sutton attacked the footy. Reynolds, left foot kick, goes along the boundary line. Fisher with Dale Sutton. Sees the ball over the line out of bounds.
1 minute to go in this quarter.
So we've played 27 and 5 seconds.
Setting themselves up really well, aren't they, Rosebud? Like you said, their press has been fantastic. They're just setting themselves up in the holes where Frankston players just can't run into, and it's forcing them to go long, and Rosebud are just setting up from there.
So a big tackle laid down there. Ball spills out, goes towards the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. Says the Red Hill crowd over there. As Dale Stevens gets the footy, kicks the ball towards 50. Spooner leaps, couldn't take the mark. Down he's Sean, he was held. He recovered pretty well. Right foot snap around the corner. Does it sit okay? It does! He kicked it around the corner from 48, and Frankston did not need that one on the verge of the half-time siren, and Sean Downey kicks his first goal for the afternoon.
That's massive for Sean Downey, for his confidence. He's like we said at the start of the game, he was always going to be targeted this game, and he has been. He's been battered and bruised, but credit to him, he's got up and he's given it back, and that goal's big for him, and he's playing on Jay Page at the moment, so if he can get on top of Jay Page, which is probably really isn't difficult for Sean Downey. It's going to be pretty big for him.
He's one of the best players in the comp now. He's a bona fide star of this competition, is Sean Downey. The ball comes down towards Matty Harris, right foot kick. Should have been a free kick to Sutton, it was. Josh Chenoweth right there. He saw every piece of that as Sutton goes long, looking for Muston. Oh, gee whiz. And they're into Muston.
As they should be.
And Mew, he knew he was out of that contest, did Bo Muston. And he sent a message there as Lockie Mew. Good to see him up at least.
He's tough, Lockie Mew. He's copped a bit of friendly fire earlier as well, and he's got back up. Credit to him.
So Dale Stevens wanted him to play on because Dale Stevens wanted to give one out as the ball comes down again. Ball spills out. Foster, Stoffels, Page, handball over the top. Good play, Downey, just holding the footy up, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Jeez,
and
Chapman
it is on at the fence.
Yeah, and Sean Downey saw what happened to his brother. Macari's in there. No need for that, and it's on down there. No need for that at all. There's Spooner. So the umpire brings the ball back into play.
Oh, the crowd getting involved.
Yeah, well, the crowd needs to get the hell out of there. I've seen something like this many years ago between Mornington Pines. It wasn't pretty. The crowd needs to back right off. The umpire's found a free kick and they're taking control of this game. Good play, McRae. He's got it.
Jarman is absolutely belting Boswood.
As the ball comes down, Fisher's got the footy now. Jeezy almost dropped, and there is a siren. to mark half-time in this big qualifying final between Frankston and Rosebud. And what a great half of footy it was. A bit of bing, a bit of beef, a bit of bang at half-time, and it's still on down there. The Downey brothers, they were sticking up for each other in there. Good work by Josh Chenoweth and the umpires too, just to come in and calm things down. But it's Rosebud at half-time. 8 goals, 8.56, leading Frankston 6-4-40. 16 points the difference. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with the half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in Rosebud, where top brands cost you less. Giving 27 years of trusted local service. David Bark Appliances, more local than the footy. Check the David Bark website, 1263 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud, 5986 5544.
At Solar Heart, we go to extreme lengths to give you years of trouble-free solar power. Our systems are designed for the harshest conditions, rigorously tested and backed by trusted Solar Heart warranties. Don't risk anything less than Solar Heart.
Are you eligible for NDIS, an aged care package, or just looking for in-home care? Try Aftercare.
So let our family help your family.
Call 1300 46 46 63 or visit after-care.com.au.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from Mornington Peninsula produce. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston, Flinders Road, Belnurring. Phone 0359832597. When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston, Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day. The Bendigo Bank scoreboard at half-time sees Rosebud 8 goals, 8.56, leading Frankston 6 goals, 4.40. And the Frankston Bombers, well, goal kickers, they didn't kick any in that second quarter, but their first quarter goal kickers, Dale Sutton, Sam Fox, Bo Muston, Nathan Loney, Zach Longham and Jason Bedford, all with 1 each for Frankston. And for Rosebud, Keegan Downey has 4, Stoffels 1, Sean Downey 1, Jackson McRae 1 and Jack Jarman 1. So you have a look at that Jackson McRae kicking a goal versus Bo Muston, his opponent today. Both have kicked a goal, and McRae, as a defender, was able to get on the scoreboard. So how'd you see the opening half of footy, Lock?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously Frankston really took advantage of that wind early, and they were all over it. And it's clearly blowing an absolute gale out there. Probably, I'd assume, probably 5 goals at the moment, quite clearly. So pretty big out there. And look, Rosebud were fantastic. They just completely turned that game around, and we asked them to kick that early one, and that's exactly what they did. They kicked 2 in about a minute and a half of football, and really turned the game on its head. And they were so strong and always looked like having that target going forward, and that's where Frankston have lacked, I mean, all year as well as today so far. So if Keegan Downey can keep standing up like he is against Al Williams, it's probably going to force, I guess, in the end, Bo Muston to make his way down there, which is huge, a huge move for Rosebud if they can get that to happen, because like we said, halfway through that second quarter, he's been the only player to really look like taking a mark and kicking a goal as a forward for Frankston so far. So yeah, they're going to have to keep on top of that. I mean, the wind's playing a massive factor, so I guess Rosebud now in this third quarter are just really going to do their best to keep Frankston to a lower score. I think that little bit's probably going to play into Rosebud's hands. We know Frankston are a bit silly like that. We saw it against Sorrento halfway through the season, where they had 3 blokes sent off in the space of about a minute. And so yeah, it's a pretty big quarter. I think this third quarter, obviously, it's called the Premiership quarter for a reason. So yeah, interesting to see what plays out.
8 goals, 8.56. Rosebud booted 7 goals, 4 in that quarter to Frankston. Were not able to hit the scoreboard, and they're doing it nicely at the moment, Rosebud. Well, let's have a look at some stats at half-time.
So we got some individual stats here for Rosebud. That quarter, Greg Bentley had 7, so big improvement from the first quarter. Jack Jarman's had 14 for the game. He's been really good for them. For Frankston, Dale Sutton, he's been good. He had 8 that quarter, so he's got 14 for the game. And same with Kingsbury. I thought he was much better that quarter. He has 13. And yeah, Fox has been quiet. Probably won't see him for the rest of the game.
He didn't come on. When did you see him? Probably five or so minutes into that second quarter, he came off. Obviously, with them getting only two inside 50s, 3 inside 50s for that quarter, Fox obviously with a corky getting real cold. So I don't think he'll play a part in the second half of footy.
No, I don't think we will either. And just remembering, RPPFM Footy, go to the Facebook page or YouTube. We're streaming live this afternoon. And we've got Michael Voss, who's down there at Chelsea as well. So great to see Michael Voss.
The big fella. Have a look at the big head. Have a Vossy!
How's things going at Chelsea? Vossy, have we got you loud and clear?
Can you hear me, boys?
Yes, we got you, Vossy.
We can see you too, Michael, so make sure you're looking all right.
Hang on.
The big fella. Have a look at the big
Sorry, boys. Just a little bit noisy where I am at the moment.
All good, Michael.
Okay, can you hear me better?
We can, but we can also see you, Michael.
We can see you too, Michael, so just move the camera away from your face a little.
We don't want to be looking up your nostrils.
There we go.
What's going on down at Chelsea, Fossey?
Okay, can you hear me better?
We can, but we can also see you, Michael.
We can see you too, Michael, so just move the camera away from your face a little.
We don't want to be looking up your nostrils.
There we go. So we've lost the connection there anyway, so we'll get the score up at Chelsea. We'll try and get Vossy at some stage this afternoon. But at the moment, we've got half-time here at Frankston's Car Street Oval. Rosebud 8-8-56, leading Frankston 6 goals for 40. And we'll go to a break, and on the other side of it, we'll talk more about this game of footy. What a wonderful game it is. Frankston led by 30 points at quarter time. It was 40-10. And Rosebud are able to come back in that second quarter of footy and really be dominant. 16 points the difference at half-time. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
Winter is blowing in and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered with stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach. Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
We've all had regrets, but your home loan shouldn't be one of them. At Bendigo Bank, we know a great rate means nothing without great service. Bendigo Home Loans. When it's time for you to settle, have no regrets.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day, live here at Frankston's Car Street Oval. And hopefully, if we got Vossy on the line, I think we've got you now, Vossy. How's things going at Chelsea?
Things are going very well. If you're a Pines supporter, it's 1 point in front of the half. Don't look like it. Pines had all the play in the first quarter with the win, led by 16 points at quarter time, but now the Lions can only manage 1 goal in the second quarter and Pines managed 3. And at half time, Pines, as I said, looking the real goods at the moment, boys, and unless Mount Eliza can do something in this quarter, because they're against the win in this quarter and they need to outscore Pines, otherwise it'll be season over for them.
Who's looking strong for Pines, Vossy?
Who's what, sorry?
Who's playing well for Pines?
Look, Bongo's doing all right in the forward lines, kicking a couple of goals. Dale Tej was looking lively in the first quarter. Lockie Marshall was playing all right as well. Although Tej did come off late in the second quarter there. Shane Tennant went back with the flight of the ball. Tej was coming out to try and take a mark. And look, nothing sinister. It was just one of those collisions that happened. Tej went off the ground very groggy. Not sure whether he'll come back on, but Pines just making their way back out now, boys. So the third quarter not too far away here.
Did Corey Ash go to anyone, Vossi?
Someone?
Did Corey Ash tag anyone? Has he gone to any Mentalizer player?
Having trouble hearing now, boys. The line's starting to break up a bit. Sorry, boys.
No, you're right. Good work, Vossi. He's down there at Chelsea and getting all the live action in that match this afternoon. And we've got a massive game here, right here on RPPFM. Like we said, coming to you through the Facebook page, also coming to you through YouTube this afternoon on RPPFM Footy. And players not too far from coming back onto this ground as well. They seem to be struggling to kick goals, is Frankston. Certainly in that second quarter, they didn't have that lead up forward, but at least, I guess, although Rosebud were well beaten in that first quarter on the scoreboard lock, they still had Keegan Downey coming up and meeting the ball. They had Ben Dwyer coming up and meeting the ball. They had Matt Baker coming up and meeting the ball. Frankston just didn't seem to have anyone coming up to meet that footy across half forward.
And that's why I fancied Rosebud coming into today's match, just purely because they do have those imposing targets. And it's we watched what it was Hastings Rosebud a couple of weeks ago, and I touched on it in my notes pre-game, and that was that Rosebud were really struggling to kick goals through their key forwards. So they had their midfielders pushing through and kicking goals, but if they can get both of those working at the same time, then you've got Greg Bentley and Jack Jarman and those players of that calibre, and then you can get Keegan Downey, and I saw Davidge actually float down in that second term as well. If they can start hitting the scoreboard as well, then it becomes a whole world of scoreboard pressure for Frankston. And scoreboard pressure for Frankston at the moment has been huge, because Frankston, obviously, like we've touched on, Geordie King have only really looked like having Beau Muston as the lead-up target that's kicking the goals. I mean, kicking against the wind there, Frankston, they had Jay Reynolds have to go down and be the loose man, and Jay Reynolds is probably one of their best half forwards as well. So really losing those players to be able to kick to and have those leading up targets. So massive again. If Keegan Downey can keep playing the way he is and start hitting the scoreboard even more, then it's going to be pretty big, I think, for them.
Yes, it will, no doubt about that. And we might go to another break, gentlemen, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Are you eligible for NDIS, an aged care package, or just looking for in-home care? Try Aftercare.
So let our family help your family.
Call 1300 46 46 63 or visit after-care.com.au. Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in Rosebud, where top brands cost you less, giving 27 years of trusted local service. David Bark Appliances, more local than the footy. Check the David Bark website, 1263 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud, 5986 5544.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277, The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye. Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
Selling a property is one of the biggest financial transactions you'll make. O'Brien Real Estate aim to take the stress out of the equation and deliver a result above your expectations. With offices in Langwarrin, Chelsea, Carrum Downs and Keysborough. Whether you're buying, selling or renting, O'Brien has you covered.
At Solar Heart, we go to extreme lengths to give you years of trouble-free solar power. Our systems are designed for the harshest conditions, rigorously tested and backed by trusted Solar Heart warranties. Don't risk anything less than Solar Heart.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day, and it is Rosebud versus Frankston here live at Car Street. Wonderful to have Nepean finals back here week 1. And it's Rosebud at half-time, 8-8-56 leading. Frankston 6 goals, 4-40. If you've just joined us, geez, at quarter time, Frankston were doing everything right. It was 6-4-40 to 1-4-10. They led by 30 points, the Bombers, and they kicked with the breeze to the Car Street end in that first quarter. And they were looking fantastic. They kicked a goal after the siren, and they were up and about as they came into the huddle. In fact, I think they kicked 3 or 4 goals, certainly 3 goals in the last 4 minutes of that first quarter.
Yeah, they hit the scoreboard real early and then real late in that quarter. It was quite similar to what Frankston did.
They weren't able
the first.
And then, Geordie, you're doing the stats. The inside 50s in that second quarter, Frankston versus Rosebud.
Yeah, Rosebud had 17 and Frankston just the 5.
Yeah, and that's why they didn't score, because they really didn't get deep inside their forward half either. Rosebud were able to come out and boot 7 goals, 4, and really took the ascendancy in the game. And I reckon Adrian McBean would be wrapped with the way his team come back. One thing that we've seen in Rosebud this year, Locke, is that regardless of what the scoreboard says, it doesn't change the attitude of the Rosebud Football Club.
No, not at all. Adrian McBean.
They looked gone against Hastings at halfway mark of that last quarter, and somehow found a way to salvage a draw.
We'd called the game. What was it? 19 points it got out to at one stage, and I mean, we looked at the bench and we looked at the players, and I mean, it's what Frankston have been doing. They argue, they start to become physical and see what's going on, and so yeah, quite interesting to see what unfolds here.
Yeah, it is. The umpires are getting set. The players are getting themselves organised as well. And nothing seems to have changed in positional fortitude at the moment. Bo Muston, he's staying forward. Jackson McRae will go to him. Jason Kingsbury has gone forward rather than starting on the ball. Usually starts on the ball, and I reckon Dale Sutton's gone forward too, Locke. So they've changed their midfield setup. Jay Reynolds has gone in.
Matty Harris
is in there. Yep. And who else is in there? Boswood. So we're going to start play in this third quarter. Up they go. It was Kitchen, won the tap. Head over the footy there is Jarman. They'll be into him pretty early as well. He was right in the mix of that half-time kerfuffle up against the fence, where the crowd just got a little too involved. 56 plays 40. Up they go. Good play. Kitchen protected the space again. Little kick comes up towards the half-forward line. Kingsbury in a good position. Good work there by Bentley. Just tried to crash his way through. Sutton tried to rob him with the footy. Ball spills out the back. Wallace did a little bit off a little bit more than he could chew. Little kick comes from Francis. Full forward. Oh, he couldn't move there was Fox.
Oh, no.
Ball gets spilled out. There goes Sutton. Left foot. Bad play, Rosebud defence. Wanted to kill the contest. They left it open, and Dale Sutton kicks the goal in the first 50 seconds of the third quarter.
Just absolutely horrible football from Brenton Davidge. It was very, very, very stupid. Him and his teammate Josh Fisher standing next to each other could have easily taken possession and run it out themselves, but instead stood there and tried to punch it over the line, and that was very silly football from the pair of them. And Adrian McBean, as calm as he's been so far, he'd be very frustrated about that, because that's certainly not what they wanted.
No, as they're back in the centre again, good play. No, it wasn't. It's against, it was a double action there by Kitchen. It was forcing Ben Dwyer away from the contest and then getting the tap out. So it was the double action, and Dwyer has got the footy in the centre of the ground here at the Car Street Oval. His side leads by just 10 points. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Baker with a couple to beat. Overran it there was Wilson. There's Dale Sutton again. Goes backwards to Mark Logan. Spooner didn't attack it hard enough. Dale Sutton again gets the footy. Kicks it to half forward. Longham just fell into his hands. Umpire said no mark. It should have been every day of the week. Peg's got the footy. Sweeping handball to Payne. Wasn't great, but he got the footy anyway. Kicks it up the line. Looking for Baker. Couldn't take the mark. Ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
Probably the right. I think that's the right call from there from Chenoweth. He didn't have full control of the footy. He was playing with it in his hands.
So it landed in his hands and he didn't
playing with
fall out.
Playing with the footy.
Ball comes in. There goes Dwyer. Attacked it. Ball spills down. Harris just with a little knock on. Goes forward. Degenhardt comes out. Gave the handball to Harris. Kicked it towards the 50-metre line. Good play there by McRae. Punched it away. Second effort there was good there from Boswood. Takes his time. Left foot snap around the corner. Kingsbury. Ball opens up for him. Kremich. Ball sees the ball over the line and out of bounds.
I like that move, Kingsbury starting forward. He can become a real live wire for Frankston down there. It's going to be pretty big. I think Sam Fox, obviously, he's playing. He's on the field at the moment. He's in the square, but I think he's just a liability, and I think it's worthwhile having him out there.
So the ball comes back into play again. It's a tough one, isn't it? Ball kicked there by Degenhardt for a goal. Touched off the boot it was. So good work there by the field umpire. Called it the minute it happened. Stevens plays on immediately through Fisher. They know that Fox can't run, so they'll be looking to expose that as Fisher, just with the up and under, kicks it long. Great work, Bentley. Handball off, finds Stevens again. Little one over the top, finds Corrin. This bloke's got to run when he gets it. That's a lovely kick on the opposite peg to Baker. Baker plays on. Geez, that's a mung kick. Kicks it up there towards half forward. Keegan Downey. He was well behind his opponent. Goes up there towards the wing position. Good play, Stevens. There's Corrin again. Goes backwards to Peg. This time finds Baker.
Hopefully he can be a bit better by foot this time, Baker.
He's been ordinary today by foot, has Matty. He goes in short this time. That's good. Finds Stoffels. So at half forward, Stoffels has got it. Kicks the ball inside 50 now. Keegan Downey at the back. Great mark over the back, Matty Harris. Terrific mark. Goes back there towards Buchan. Switches play. Joshy Francis wins it. Defensive 50. Mung kick. He's got Sutton. Always finds a way out of trouble. Does Dale. Kicks the ball towards Loney, who marks it at half back. Another one to Dale Sutton. He's brought his own pill in this third quarter. Kicks the ball up towards 50. McRae. He led Muston, though, in the race for it. Kicks the ball out wide. Needs Stoffels. Spooner's out there too. Macari attacked the footy. Was great. Spooner, little handball out. Head over the footy there. Jarman spills out and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
He's been fantastic, Jackson McRae, hasn't he? Bo Muston, to me, just doesn't look like he's 100% when he goes at the football. He looks a bit not proppy as such, but he's not.
He's got no explosiveness.
Yeah, he doesn't, does he? I mean, you look at both of those knees, heavily strapped. He used to be a super explosive player, but yeah, just really McRae's leading him to the ball each time.
He does, and Kingsbury gets the ball now at half forward, then gets dealt with. The umpire said nothing, and it goes up towards Muston. Davidge, what can he do this time? Coughed it up again. Left foot kick, no. Where's your left, Zach? Went for the right foot banana around the corner and missed it.
I reckon there's probably a couple players in the twos for Rosebud that probably could take Davidge's spot quite easily. We watched him against Hastings a couple of weeks ago, and Rogash, we know he's a fantastic player. But Rogash absolutely tore him a new one, and just when he had opportunities, Davidge, to be good, he just does silly things, and that occasion there, like, he looked for the long handball when he had a player clearly ready to smother it. So
not sure they got another tall though, Lock. I think that's the problem. And we've got a live score from around the grounds, the elimination final in Peninsula League, of course. Pines 6-7-43, leading Mount Eliza 2-1-13. So 13 scoring shots to 3 in that match. As the ball gets kicked long again, out wide. That's a lovely mark taken there by Bart Wallace, who takes it at defensive 50. Kicks the ball up the line, wing position. Where's Dwyer? He wasn't, he was in position. Good chop off there against Macari by Huswaite. And Matty Harris eventually sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. So 6.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Rosebud 8-8-56. Lead Frankston 7-6-48.
It's been those players like Bart Wallace, Anthony Pegg. They've been superb, haven't they? So those second string players that are really standing up for him, especially of half back.
They have been good. Stacks on the middle. The umpire will come in and bounce again. So just keeping an eye on those trees out there, boys. I think there's still some wind out there. I'm not sure it's as strong as it was in the first half, but still favouring the Carr Street end, as it often does here at Carr Street Oval.
Always
as the ball spills out. There's Kingsbury. He gave the old 1-2 to Sutton, back to Kingsbury. Kicks the ball now inside 50. Good mark there by McRae again. Was able to go back with a fly to the ball. Then he dropped it. Not sure what to do, so he goes out wide looking for Wallace. Was able to keep it in? No. Ball goes out of bounds on the full, so the free kick down there will go towards Kingsbury again.
So Muston's come off, and McRae now the loose. So that's massive for Rosebud, because like we've touched on multiple times, Muston's been their only really target that's looked like taking a mark, and now McRae floating back to chop off those marks.
So Jason Kingsbury kicks the ball long and strong. Here is that player again. Was McRae. Should have taken the mark. Right foot snap. Oh, chopped off there by Dale Stevens. Goes in short, needs Huswaite, finds him, thought about playing on. Amalfi certainly thought he did. Goes up the line. Corrin, does it stay in? No. It was touched over the line. Good decision there.
Very good call.
The bound. And there you go. See, who's in a better position there? Don't get involved, Josh. Don't get involved. Second grab was over the line. Good decision.
Great call, son.
We've got the sewer boundary umpire next to us, and that's a fantastic call from that young umpire, especially to have the confidence to go up and confirm that decision.
As the ball comes back into play, great play there by Kitchen. Showed enormous intent. Bedford wrapped up, and the ball goes into the arms of just wearing the black armbands today too. Not sure what that's about. Sorry to put you on the spot. Question without notice.
I was going to ask him in the second quarter, but I thought he might not know, so I thought that'd be rude. Andrew.
So Baker, a little handball out. Good play there by Sutton again. Boswood's got to go. Took the tackle, then got tackled. Good play there by Corrin. Working the ball along the boundary line. Ball goes over and out.
Geez, the Frankston crowd love a bit of chirp, don't they? Not happy with some of the treatment Boswood got then. It was just a tackle, Dale. Settle down.
So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. 8 points the difference in favour of Rosebud. 8-8-56 to 7-6-48. That's on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard as Jarman. Left foot snap around the corner. Lucks a fortune. And it falls into the arms of Rose. So Aaron, he kicks the ball from half back. Buchan looks set for this one. Great mark. Got a little bit of pressure there from Benny Dwyer, but took the mark at half-back. Goes wide. Dodgy kick. He's got some leg speed, though, on Huswaite. That is Page. Uses his teammate there. Great play there by Huswaite. He kept going, and it caused a turnover. Stevens goes to the top of the square. There's Downey. Can he get it? He does. Goes onto the left foot. No, he should have tried to kick it. Great play, Mark Slogan. Corrin, left foot, snap it, goal. Bounces through. Great play.
He's very sore, though,
knee, I think.
So that was Jake Corrin. Kicked the goal. He's up. That's okay.
Right.
And great play there by Keegan Downey. He was able to dodge, weave, and Buchan looked like he got himself into a good position to take that mark, but just spilt it. And Rosebud kick the next goal. Great play there by Jake Corrin. Kicks his first goal for the afternoon.
This is huge for Rosebud to come out and kick 2 goals. 2 goals? 1 goal?
One.
So just to hit the scoreboard and go goal to goal with Frankston. It's huge against this wind.
14 points the difference. Good play there by Jay Reynolds. Well tackled too. Play on called the umpire. No, he's calling the ball back, and it's Jack Jarman who wins the footy in the centre of the ground.
That's the problem with taking Kingsbury out of that midfield and putting Reynolds in. Reynolds, fantastic player, always has been, but he's so slow now. And just lacks that sheer pace running out of the midfield, especially with Boswood in there as well.
So Loney, he gave the ball to Boswood, who got his kick out wide, looking for Brett Sutton. There's Big Dwyer after him and laid the tackle. Good play there by the big fella, arguably the best ruckman in the competition. And it's hard to disagree.
Yeah, there's no argument. He is well and truly the best ruckman in the competition, and he's shown that today. He hasn't lost a tap out.
I think Harry Pryor's right with him too from Pearcedale, but the ball goes up towards half forward. There's Muston versus McRae. It was McRae again. Rose bit off a bit more than he could chew. Able to get it out to Mew though, who goes short, looking for Dwyer, finds him, takes the mark in front of this beautiful grandstand on the outer side of the ground at Carr Street Oval. So Benny Dwyer with his side leading by 14 points. Goes up the line. Nobody could take the mark. Bedford couldn't get his foot to it. Spills out. Dale Sutton was clean. Gave it to Page. Page goes towards the 50. It's going to spill out the back. It did. Muston. Peg lost him. Muston from 50. Shot it. Goal.
What a goal.
Kicks it. Doesn't need much opportunity, does Bo Muston, to make you pay, and he did on that occasion. Kicks the goal. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
So back in the centre of the ground, back to 8 points the difference. Rosebud 9-8-62, Frankston 8-6-54, 12 and a half gone in this third quarter. And the wind definitely picked up if you have a look in the middle of the ground at the umpire. So up they go. Good play, Macari. Won the tap. Boswood handball out. Degenhart. He's tough in those clinches. Francis out of wing position. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Peg sees the ball over the line with Foster right on his hammer. And the ball goes over. So half forward line, outer side of the ground. Geez, Rosebud will be wrapped if they can go in within a goal of Frankston at three-quarter time. It's the ball back into play. Macari could have got in the back of his opponent. Spills out. Kremich, he couldn't get it. Wilson's got it. Geez, he's been fumbly today. Jarman just got his kick to it towards half forward. They got the numbers, Frankston. Oh, he gave it to him on a standing start. Buchan goes back. Pressure again, terrific. There's Downey trying to crash his way through. Holding the ball. Just bit off a little bit more than he could chew on that occasion, Dick Keegan. He's not happy with himself either. He should have went with that first option, just banged it out.
Yeah, just put it forward, especially against this wind. There's no point trying to do too much with it. Just get it forward and let your small forwards do the work.
So the free kick will go down there to Bob Murphy.
Mark Slogan.
Ryan Mark Logan. Don't tell me they don't look the same. As the ball goes towards half forward. Oh, over the head. There's Peg again. What can he do? Went backwards. Was nice. Found Rose. Used the footy well. Goes to Payne. He's got something short. Spooner's got it. He's got Fletcher Huswaite out on the wing on his own. Decides to go long. He's got a couple to beat as Baker pushed off the footy. Got to be a free. Good decision, umpire.
Twice, or not twice, I mean, Al Williams has done that multiple times now.
Downey, couldn't get near it. Plenty of players around the footy. Spills out. Where's Spooner? There he is. Head over the footy. Spills out again. Payne goes to Jarman. Left foot snap. Has he got all of it? No. Corey Macari gets back and takes the mark. Last line of defence. So good play by him. Left foot unloads. It will stay in due to the wind. Baker. That's got to be a free kick. No ump. He was being held onto and just tried to run around his opponent. Chapman knew that he had him, he was buggered. Oh, great play by Muston. Peg's got two to beat here. Foster versus Peg. Peg one out. Terrific. Kicks the ball. He wants the boundary line. Is he going to get pinged? No, they won't play deliberate in local footy. It's not a rule, is it, Jordan? In local, I don't think it is.
I think that wasn't deliberate either. That was clearly a kick off the side of the boot.
8 points the difference, 15 and a half gone, 62, plays 54, ball comes back into play, good play, Payne, little handball off, umpires found a free kick.
Mew's cocked it again.
It's going to Mew, and that's against a Melfi. So, geez, he's going to be sore, he's going to enjoy a Radox bath tonight, is Mew.
Just a quick one, Geordie King. You went into the umpire's room next door and found out what the armbands were for?
Yeah, unfortunately, RPP's own Michael Voss's mum passed away, so sad news.
That's fantastic that they're paying their respects for Vossi. We announced that this morning, of course. So the ball goes up towards the 50-metre line. Out comes McRae. Ball spills over the pack. Mitch Bart Wallace goes to Mew. Mew left foot snap around the corner. Needed to be good. Wasn't. Good play there by Brett Sutton. Only as far there as Corrin. Goes backwards. Mew again. This time he goes with the long bomb. Spooner's got a couple to beat. Good play, Stoffels. He stayed down. Kicked it up there towards Dwyer. He's got a couple to beat. Well done, Ryan Marks Logan. Attacked the footy. kicked a little short one, found Francis at half forward. He's got Amalfi short. Wasn't a great kick. A chance from here, Amalfi. Wonderful kick, found Muston. No. McRae just got his fist to it. Running back into trouble. Stevens needs to get it out. Does so. Baker. Stevens, defensive 50. Goes out wide. Great leap. Couldn't take the mark. Sean Downey. Got a handball out though. Comes there towards Mew, got one in the back. Stoffels goes backwards, was clever. Allowed Sean Downey now on the left, kicks it up there towards his brother Keegan. Came out, couldn't take the mark. Now Frankston under pressure. Page finds Kitchen. Kitchen handballed it blindly. Well tackled there, Boswood. Spills out, free kick, got to go back there towards Corrin. Against Boswood, and he's laid some great tackles as Jake Corrin goes short. Nice kick, finds Spooner. Stoffels wanted it short. Downey wants it long. Marks Logan, he's going to be the third man up there. Fletcher Huswaite hovering 2. He saw him. Goes towards Downey now. Can he take the mark? 1, 2. Claimed it. Umpire said no. Chapman tackles him. And the umpire says, give it to me now, gentlemen. 18 minutes gone, 8 points the difference. Rosebud in front, 9-8-62. Frankston 8-6-54. Ball spills out. Marks Logan again. Needs to be clean. Gave it to Sutton. Loney's got some pressure on him. Here comes Kitchen. Can he pick it up? No, he fell over. Wilson, can he make him pay? No, he doesn't. Williams well tackled by Sean Downey. He's going to get a free kick. Great forward pressure again there by Rosebud. Keeps the ball in, and Sean Downey will have a shot for goal. He has kicked one this afternoon. It was a ripper. It was a snap, right foot snap around the corner from 48. And this would be a wonderful buffer for Rosebud. Kicking against the breeze towards the bay end. Sean Downey comes in now, kicks it nicely. No, he's pushed it across the face. A lot of right to left about that. And he pushed it across the face for a minor score. 9-9-63 Rosebud. Frankston 8-6-54. 19 minutes gone. Amalfi with a big kick in. Went over the back. Good play. Jackson McRae. Not sure what to do. Goes in short. Finds Spooner. Spooner to Bentley. He's got a couple to beat. Bentley, he was never going to achieve that. Great tackle there by Spooner on Ryan Kitchen. No prior opportunity. And the umpire will come in and bounce again. 40 metres out from Rosebud's goal, directly in front.
Fantastic Jackson McRae there. Left his opponent in Bo Muston, saw the big Baz coming in from Jared Amalfi and just took off to make sure that was intercepted.
So a free kick there against Sean Downey for a throw. Josh Chapman will get the free kick. Inside defensive 50. Wants the ball to go long. Does. Kicks it out wide. Not sure what he was doing. Kicked it straight down the throat of Seb Kremich, who plays on left foot kick. Up there towards Huswaite, up against Buchan. Huswaite did well to keep the ball in the vicinity. Buchan still with his head over it. Bentley went without it. Head over the footy, comes out to Page, and it's a free kick. And it's going to go down there to Brenton Payne, I think, who's got the footy.
It was definitely there. It was a good call by the umpire. Just running through, picking up the footy was Payne and wrapped that arm around the shoulder. So good umpiring there.
Mantaliser's season has come to an end, gentlemen. 2-3-15. They're getting pummeled by Pines now. 8-11-59. And there's a free kick. No, a mark. So it was a nice little pass. Went from Payne. Knew he wouldn't get the journey. And he kicked it to the best kick in the Rosebud team outside of Keegan Downey in Greg Bentley.
You're not bad at putting the moz on blokes, mate. So you better hope he goes back and slots it, because he did it the first time as well.
Well, Greg Bentley is to extend the margin as he kicks the ball long, strong, and straight over the umpire's head. Greg Bentley, he kicks his first goal for the afternoon. That's number 10 for Rosebud. That's on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Selling a property is one of the biggest financial transactions you'll make. O'Brien Real Estate aim to take the stress out of the equation and deliver a result above your expectations. With offices in Langwarrin, Chelsea, Carrum Downs and Keysborough. Whether you're buying, selling or renting, O'Brien has you covered.
And new sponsors of ours, O'Brien Real Estate, Darren Hutchins and his team at Keysborough, in Chelsea, in Carrum Downs and in Langwarrin. So it's good to have them part of the RPP family. Up they go. Good tap that was there by Ryan Kitchen. They dive on top of it though. The umpire will come in and bounce. 15 points the difference in favour of the Buds. 10-9-69. Frankston 8-6-54. So they've only kicked 2 goals since quarter time, Jord.
It's not too good.
It's not too good. 21 and a half gone. Good play, Jarman. Might have got pushed in the back. Umpire said no. Bedford robbed of it there by Downey. That was Sean. Kicks it out wide, looking for his brother. Couldn't get it. Front and centre was Nathan Loney. Gives it to Buchan. Goes out wide. Foot races on. Page versus Payne. Good play there by Payne. Fell over at the last second, but it didn't matter. The boundary line beat them both, and over it went.
Just an inside 50 start this quarter. Frankston leading at 9-6.
So the ball back into play again. And a bit of how do you do going on between the Rosebud and Frankston crowds out there. Good play there. Dwyer comes to Bentley. Left foot, Bentley! Doesn't kick the goal. Good play, Mark Slogan. Was able to knock the ball through, and Keegan Downey went down, and he's hurt that foot again. That left foot. So let's just keep an eye on that one, Jord.
Yep.
So he runs out now.
Trying to run it off.
Yeah, he is. But he certainly heard it, and he hasn't. He's hobbling. So the ball comes out. There's Jackson McRae again, just punched it long. Good play, Jarman. Finds Sean Downey. Runs to 35. Can he nail it? No. So they've let him off the hook in the last couple of minutes of Rosebud. Couple of flying shots at goal. 10-11-71. Plays 8-6-54. 17 points the difference. 23 minutes gone. Umpire brings the ball back into play. Goes up towards the centre of the ground. Boswood roved it nicely. 1-on-1. Davidge versus Longham. Ball spilt down. Good play by Kremich. He locks the ball in. Tries to get out. Does so. Mew. Sweeping handball there. Only as far as Muston. Couldn't grab hold of him. Good play, McRae. Laid the tackle. Davidge has got to go to the boundary line. He did. And at half forward for Frankston Bombers, they'll need to put on the lights here too, I reckon, shortly.
It's pretty dark, isn't it?
It's getting very dark. And 59 plays 15 in the elimination final. Pines leading Mount Eliza. Rosebud 71, 21 scoring shots to Frankston's 14, 54. 17 points the difference, 24 minutes gone. Ball kicked inside 50 for the Bombers, and it lands in the arms of Jason Kingsbury. So Kingsbury will fancy himself from here, and he should.
I'll back him in with the wind.
Yep, he's kicked plenty of goals this season as Jason Kingsbury, and loves the pressure situation. He's booted 23 goals for the season, ranked number 3 with Jake Foster. So Jason Kingsbury has not kicked one this afternoon, but he has now. So the Bombers are still alive here in the qualifying final. 9-6-60 trailing Rosebud. And that is on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. First goal for the afternoon for Jason Kingsbury.
Yeah, he's played pretty well this game. He's had 18 disposals and a goal with that, so he's played real well for them.
Back to 11 points, 25 minutes gone, third quarter. Winner, of course, goes on to play Sorrento next Saturday at this ground. The loser will play at Devon Meadows in the first semi-final next week, next Sunday, against the winner of tomorrow's game. As Kingsbury again, the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to Sean Downey in the centre of the ground. So
Kitchen on Downey again. What do you expect? He's been trying to do it all day, Kitchen.
So Sean Downey goes out wide, looking for Stoffels. Almost won it at the highest point. Good play there by Stoffels. Second effort was terrific, and he won the footy. Brought it to ground. They'll be happy with the stoppage. They can reset their defence. Seb Kremich just barking instructions to Lockie Mew, just setting up behind him. Now he's telling Fisher to move back as well. So good play. He's got the job on Sutton. Ball spills down. Page. Nice little handball. Francis kicks the ball out wide. Looking there for Muston. Couldn't take the mark, but it went off the bonce there of McRae. So Muston was good to get the ball back. Goes towards full forward. He's kicked another one. So Muston's kept him alive in this game, along with Jason Kingsbury. And Bo Muston kicks his third goal for the afternoon.
Ben, yeah, the player really looking like it for him at the moment, hasn't he? Going forward.
They've both been on mistake. McRae hasn't made many mistakes today, but he's made 2 in this quarter, and both have resulted in Muston being able to get out the back of him and kick goals.
He was unlucky. I mean,
it was unlucky.
He wasn't
He
unlucky.
did everything right.
He's just come off the bonce. He was hitting the footy at full tilt. It's always hard to take a mark at full tilt.
5 points the difference. 26.5 gone. Third quarter. Good play, Downey. Handball out to Mew. He's got some support. It's Jarman. Wing position. Runs back into trouble. Geez, he was lucky he slipped. He was really lucky he slipped and got one across the chops because he was going to get pinged for holding the ball. Not sure what he was doing. Kicks the ball long, looking for Huswaite. Out of position. Ryan Marks Logan, you won't beat him one-on-one. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Collingwood are going to beat Melbourne in the AFL, 99-82. So interesting there.
Have that, the D's.
As the ball gets crashed down again. Downey couldn't go. He went again, though. Head over the footy. Dale Sutton making sure he doesn't come out with it. Laid a second tackle too, did Dale. And the umpire says, give it to me. 27.5 gone.
Been really happy with Sean Downey today. He's the first game when he was getting belted by Frankston, he really didn't take it well and wasn't smart about the way he was taking it. Today he's just looked to hurt him, in the game of footy, and it's exactly what he's done. So fantastic.
Great play, Dale Sutton. Just got his handball to it. Comes to Amalfi. Right foot kick. Goes long. 2-on-1. Longham takes the mark. One out, Muston. He wants to go to that player now. He won't beat McRae in strength. Good play, Jackson McRae. Foot races on. Brett Sutton, you think, would win it there. Lockie Mew laid a great tackle. They come in now to support. Here he is again, Sean Downey. He won't get away from Chapman. Oh, I'm not sure he needed to do that. That was ridiculous again.
He's so soft, Josh Chapman, like that.
That's a dot.
Josh Chapman he'll do that. He'll do that 9 times out of 10. He'll put someone into a fence, and as soon as he's getting tackled, he runs away from it.
So the ball comes back in again. Longham takes front position, takes the mark. He's about 55 metres out from goal, is Zach. So Chapman wants it back. They need to go to him. 5 points the difference. Not sure how long there is on the clock. Half a minute. So he's got to kick this goal to Zach. This will bring the house down. The Frankston crowd will get right involved if he can kick this goal. He'll kick from 53 metres. Carr Street end. This to put his team in front. Starts it right, works it left. And it's through for a minor score. So it's 4 points the difference. 10-11-71. So the ball comes back into play. Dale Sutton roves it and kicks the goal. So the Bombers are in front. A massive cock up there by Rosebud and allows Dale Sutton to come in and kick his third goal of the afternoon. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Frankston Bombers lead by 2 points, 11-7-73. Rosebud 10-11-71.
Geez, that was silly, Daniel Wilson. I mean, obviously they don't know that there's half a minute left out there, but in those occasions, there's clearly, 29 minutes gone. There's not much time left. He should have known, and he should have just tried to put it, make a big contest wide on the boundary instead of looking for that short option when Frankston was still set up in that forward line.
He's at a game you'd like to forget, Daniel Wilson.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Probably wants to be on that uni camp at the moment, I would have thought.
Would have thought so. So it's 2 points the difference in favour of Frankston Bombers. They've booted 5 goals to 2 in this quarter. And once again, in the last couple of minutes, have been able to get themselves in front. So 73 plays 71, 30 minutes gone. We've got the time clock. There was 30 seconds left on it, and there it is. There's the siren to mark 3/4 time, and are we in for a ripping last quarter of football? 10-11-71 Rosebud, trailing Frankston 11-7-73. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Are you eligible for NDIS, an aged care package, or just looking for in-home care? Try Aftercare.
So let our family help your family.
Call 1300 46 46 63 or visit after-care.com.au.
At Solar Heart, we go to extreme lengths to give you years of trouble-free solar power. Our systems are designed for the harshest conditions, rigorously tested and backed by trusted Solar Heart warranties. Don't risk anything less than Solar Heart.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from Mornington Peninsula produce. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belnarring. Phone 0359832597.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day. We've got a cracker. We wanted a big game to start off the RPP finals campaign, and we've got it. It's the qualifying final in the Nepean League, and on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's Rosebud 10-11-71, leading Frankston 11-7-73. And goal kickers in the game so far for Frankston, Dale Sutton and Beau Muston each have 3 goals, 1 each to Bedford, Kingsbury, Longham, Loney and Fox. And for Rosebud, 4 goals to Keegan Downey. We saw him go down with that foot again in late in that third quarter, and he didn't look good at all. So let's hope that he's okay. So he's got the 4, and 1 each to Stoffels, Jake Corrin, Sean Downey, Bentley, McRae and Jarman. So 2 points the difference in favour of the Bombers. Boys, whose wins? I go to you first. You got some stats for us first?
I will have some stats
thanks
for
to
you.
Aftercare Australasia.
We've got... For Frankston, we'll have Dale Sutton. I think he's been real good for them. He's had 23 and kicked 3. And Kingsbury's been pretty good as well. He's had 18, and Boswood and Fox pretty quiet. For Rosebud, Jack Jarman's had 21. Bentley's had 11. Sean Downey, 16. He had a pretty good quarter, had 8 touches. And Wilson has had 6 for the game. And that's about it for me. And I reckon...
Tip?
I reckon Rosebud, with the slight win that's still there, I reckon they'll just kick a few more goals than Frankston will and probably just win.
Lockie, thoughts?
Oh, look, it was a really good quarter, that one. I mean, we thought that Frankston were going to come out and do the exact same. Well, I thought anyway that Frankston were going to come out and hit the scoreboard heavily and kick another couple. Hit just like their first quarter, hit the scoreboard heavy, kick 5 and put Rosebud out of it and make them work. But Rosebud really fought strong into the win there in that quarter, and it was a really, really well-fought contest. I found that, I mean, obviously Frankston got those couple of goals back, but as expected, kicking with the wind. I think it sets up a brilliant last quarter. I think Frankston might get the job done here. I mean, I know they're kicking into the wind, but that momentum, the momentum of that last goal is huge, and they're a massive outfit when they can get together and bunch together, as we see Fox walking off with ice on his legs, so his day's clearly done. But he hasn't played a part in any of today, so he's not a loss.
He's a massive loss.
He's a loss, but I mean, from what he's been doing today, he hasn't had any impact on the game, so it doesn't really matter so far. And so I think Frankston will run away with it here. I think momentum-wise, they're just way too strong, and like you said, Keegan Downey obviously hurting his ankle there. So if he looked as sore if he is as sore as what he looked, then I think he's going to struggle to get to 100%, and I think Frankston might win it.
And a big cheerio to our great mate at the RPP Footy Show in Kevin Miles. Top of the afternoon to you, Milesy. Listening live and watching live on Facebook this afternoon. So I hope you're enjoying it, mate. Pints, 12-12-84, leading Mount Eliza 2-4-16. Gee, that's a shellacking, isn't it? It's up around 11, 12 goals now, getting pretty ugly. And there was apparently a bit of an ugly incident in the reserves game at the end of the match too, with Michael Chaplin being knocked out after he kicked a goal to draw scores level in that match. So need to find out more detail.
After he kicked a goal, so he's clearly
I'm just trying to get a little bit more detail. But we're just waiting for the crowd to disperse here at Frankston Park. Seems to have lightened up a little bit, George, in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, it has a little bit.
But the crowd is getting right involved in this game, as you would expect. Rosebud 10-11-71, Frankston 11-7-73. 2 points the difference, 1 quarter of footy to go. I'm with you, Geordie King. I like Rosebud from here, kicking with the aid of the breeze. And Rosebud just need to keep attacking. They really did. They could not kick a goal in that second quarter, Frankston Bombers. They need to be kicking goals in the final quarter. They've got a loose man, Rosebud, in defence, and Melfi's the loose man in defence for Frankston. Ball comes in again. Wilson just went in with the one arm. Should have went through. He really needs to repay his side after that last kick in. It comes from Buchan, goes out there towards Payne, tucked the ball under his arm, goes in short looking for Baker, overran it. There's Dale Sutton, only as far as Spooner, gave it to Stoffels, needs to kick the goal, he does. It's taken 23 seconds for Rosebud to get back in front, 11-77. And that is on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, back in front by 4 points.
Fantastic Rosebud to smart by Sean Downey. I mean, like you said, Dan Wilson probably could have gone in and put his head over that footy and got possession of it, but Sean Downey was there to back him up and just stuck the boot into it and just got it out into the open play. And well played Brennan Payne just to give his opponent in Jay Page a slip, and was smart with composure to give it to Spooner, who gave it to Stoffels, and a lovely finish from Stoffels.
So back in the centre of the ground again. Good play there by Stoffels, who just stole the footy. That was great work in the ruck by Dwyer. Gave it to Stevens. Goes long. Downey couldn't take the mark. For the ball of Melfi. Chopped off. Downey wins it. Goes a sweeping handball into a dangerous spot. Stoffels head over the footy. Wilson gave it to Jarman. Gets on the right. He's in trouble. Trying to do too much there is Jarman. And he gets pinged for holding the ball.
Yeah, just tried to do too much. He probably should have just given a quick handball off and they would have been right.
And twice he's done it, Jack. In the third quarter, he got himself caught on the left side and went back around to the right and got himself into trouble. Did it again. Good play, Bedford. Rove the footy. Kicked the ball along the wing position. No one forward of the footy there for Frankston, hardly, except for Zach Longham. And Davidge is right on his hammer. The ball spills over the line, out of bounds. Half forward line for the Bombers. They now trail by 4 points.
Big clearance, this one.
So Dwyer versus Kitchen in the ruck. Wasn't a very good boundary throw in. Ball spills out. Payne. He's got Bentley on the outside. Now Stoffels needs to be clean here. Gave it to Downey. Good sliding mark by Keegan. So he's recovered from that foot, which is good. He's got something he likes out wide. Wilson gets himself in a good position. Then it hits him in the head. Ball goes over the back. Chapman, he's going to get picked.
On the ball.
Holding the footy. Umpire said he got his hands to it. Great play, Fletcher Hustwaite. Second effort was outstanding. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Wilson, what's going on with him today?
He's a bit off, but that umpire was right there.
He got a handball. He got a handball. Good play there by Sutton. Rove the footy. Ball spills out. Kremich gets his foot to it. It's going to bolt. No, good play there by Kingsbury. Went backwards. Al Williams goes long. Kitchen camped under it. Took the mark. Surely, umpire, he did.
It's a mark. You can't take advantage. Good mark there by Kitchen.
So, Kitchen. He'll go backwards there towards Reynolds. Reynolds not sure where to go, so he just pops it up. Longham versus Davidge. Good play, Davidge. One out. Just bangs the ball over the line, out of bounds.
Probably a wasted kick that. He had Mustin and McRae longer that was a little bit more inboard as well. So, you know, if the contest comes to ground, the game's still on and open, whereas the contest is just killed there. So a bit of a wasted kick.
So back into play again. They've been at it all day of Kitchen and Dwyer. Degenhart held up, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. 11-11-77 Rosebud. Frankston 11-7-73. 3.5 minutes gone. Ball gets knocked down. Taken there by Degenhart. Besieged upon there by Downey and Bentley. The umpire will come in and bounce again.
They want to get the answer, Frankston. They want one back straight away. They don't want Rosebud getting two on the board early.
So good play there by Dwyer again. Degenhardt again. Only as far as Dwyer. Bart Wallace trying to crash his way out. Umpire says give it back. 20 players around this contest. Half forward line for Frankston. Members side of the ground here at the Carr Street Oval. Rosebud going towards the Carr Street end in this final quarter. Dale Sutton outstanding. Handballed it out towards Boswood. Right foot snap around the corner. Kingsbury just with the 1 mitt. Took the mark, then he dances around. Kremich kicks the ball long. Matty Harris takes the mark. Great play, Jason Kingsbury.
Yeah, really fantastic. Obviously took the nice one Duke mark and had the composure to sell the candy and went round on his opposite foot and hit up Matty Harris beautifully. It's something King has really improved on this year. It's always been a massive criticism of his is that he's never been able to dispose of the football correctly, and it's something that's definitely shown over the year, but certainly today he's been fantastic on both sides of the body.
He's been wonderful. Matty Harris to put Frankston Bombers back in front.
Big kick.
It is. So Harris comes in, and I reckon he might have missed it. He's missed it to the near side. He did not look comfortable, did he?
You're right, Geordie King just stabbed at that one.
Geordie King providing us special comments this afternoon. Thanks to O'Brien Real Estate, 11.874. Rosebud, 11.11.77. Roy Hotel, wonderful supporters of RPPFM as well. Pines, 12.12.84. Leading Mount Eliza, 2 goals, 4-16 in that elimination final. So good night for Mount Eliza in that comp. Great play by Baker. He just judged the footy a little bit better then, and then he plays on immediately. Kicks the ball long. Spooner's got a couple to beat. Macari almost with the 1 juke. There's Sean Downey. He should have gone off the ground. Got a little push in the back there from Ryan Marks Logan. Wonderful play there by the hyphen. Goes out there towards Spooner, and eventually the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Fantastic Sean Downey just darting through, attacking that footy and whacking it forward and got a good result in getting it out of bounds. Rosebud just really need to work on knocking this footy in the forward half of the ground here.
Well, they've proved that it's hard to get it out, but good play there. Jay Reynolds kicks the ball out wide. Pegg versus Kingsbury. Boundary line beats them both. Half forward line, outer side of the ground. Rosebud into attack. They lead by 3.
It's been really good, Jason Kingsbury. I mean, as well as being a live wire himself, he's shut down Pegg. Pegg had been fantastic in that first half of footy, running off half back.
So Baker versus Kitchen again. That was a great punch there by Baker, but only as far as Buchan. Right foot kick, camped under it. There's Wallace. Great play it was. There's McRae, come crashing through. Stoffels, does it sit? No. Buchan attacked it hard.
Good work by Stoffels, just to edge him out of bounds there.
McRae's attack on the footy today has been outstanding. Hasn't been afraid, despite the name and reputation of Bo Muston, to leave that man and provide another option. Ball comes back into play again. The up boundary umpire not getting a lot of purchase on that. Kremich couldn't get a kick. That was great play. Al Williams kicked it towards half back. Muston held on to. Free kick surely. Yes, it was. It was a bit of both, I reckon.
Yeah, I think you let that play on.
So Muston's got the ball at half back for Frankston. Amalfi wants it wide. Huswaite made sure that one was going to get chopped off. Not sure where to go now, Muston. Now he takes off, he's gone. Great tackle there by McRae. Loney, he attacks the footy, tucks it under the arm, then coughs it up as well. Guess who? McRae again. He wants to go inside, does so. Stoffels, there's Corrin, kicks the ball towards goal, misses. Needed to make them pay. They were running on the spot then, Frankston.
That would have been big, that one. That would have been a great turnover goal there, because they didn't know what to do with it there, Frankston. Obviously, Bo Muston being the big lead-up target for him, and he was in possession of the footy. He had no one to kick to.
That was Curtis Corrin. I'm not sure I've seen Jake Corrin for a while.
After he limped off with that leg.
Yeah, and I reckon he's still off. So they've only down to 3 rotations. The ball goes up towards Long and ball spills over the back. Geez, they took their eye off the footy, Rosebud. There he is again, McRae. Right foot kick around the body. It lucks a fortune. Falls in the arms of Bentley. Thought he marked it. Umpire said he didn't. Comes to Corrin, to Bentley. Another one over the top. There's Downey. Another one to Jarman. Needs to kick it. Does. Up towards Downey. Keegan takes the mark. Page should have chipped in. He was in the hole, Page, and he stepped out of the way for Keegan Downey to come out and take that mark. Needed to take the hit for the team. So Keegan's already kicked 4, gentlemen.
He's unstoppable in the lead, isn't he, Keegan
Yeah.
Downey? There is no stopping it. Ryan Marks Logan's one of the best closed-down defenders on the lead, and he didn't go near him.
So this to stretch the margin to 10. He'll kick from 55, and he has pushed it across the face through for a minor score. Punches his palm. 11 goals, 13, 79. That is on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Frankston 11, 8, 74.
They've got to really work hard here, Rosebud. This is where they can stop Frankston from getting out, and if they can, that's massive.
So the ball gets kicked out towards the outer side of the ground. Kremich front position,
That's
took the mark. Umpire said play on. Probably a lot of hands on that pill there was. Just tried to extract it out. Fletcher Huswaite comes out towards Wilson. Long kick. Downey, can he get a leap? No, he couldn't. He got locked down. Francis, handball over the top was nice to Loney, half back. Kicks the ball to the wing position. Foot race on. It'll sit okay for Wallace. Ball goes over the top. He tapped the ball forward. Taken by Francis. Left foot kick out towards the boundary line, and it goes over the line and out of bounds on the full. Wing position. Rosebud to regain possession. 10 minutes gone. 5 points the difference in favour of the Buds. Inside 50 thanks to Aftercare Australasia.
8-1 in this quarter.
Favourite of Rosebud. So the ball goes towards half forward. Plenty of players fly. Good mark there by Jay Reynolds. Contested. He's got King as short. Doesn't want him. Amalfi is wider. And that's a good option because he's got a good hoofer on him. Went short. Now he finds Kingsbury. Bedford on the run. He's got to go, and they're going to go after him. McRae not sure what to do. He's got to kill this contest. He couldn't. Scored around the corner. Good play, Longham. Got one high. Umpire said no. Fisher's got to get involved. Muston, handball, only as far as Kremich, and they're out again. Rose is a free kick, and it's going down the ground. No.
It's got to be down the ground, doesn't it?
Happened when he kicked it, I think.
So it's a
But it's got to be down the ground, doesn't it, George?
But it wasn't after the kick, Lachlan, so it can't be down the ground.
Oh, when he kicked it.
Correct. He got him high when he was kicking the ball.
Yeah, when
he kicked it.
As he was kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So Fisher has got the footy. Defensive 50, member side of the ground for the Buds.
Oh.
Goes with a mongrel punt. Not sure what he was doing there. Good work for the ball. Got the numbers.
Oh.
Payne got his head ripped off. Surely a free kick.
Oh,
against
don't
Buchan.
argue that, Buchan. You can't argue that.
No. There's no use.
Blood rule.
Buchan arguing with that from young Buchan. So Payne's got the footy. He's got it on the wing. Member side of the ground. 79 plays 74. 5 points the difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Frankston with a heap of numbers back.
You're right.
I'm not sure what are we waiting for? The umpire.
Blood rule there was.
Sorry,
the umpire
gentlemen.
didn't realise that the player had come back on.
Goes towards Stevens. Stevens runs through the centre of the ground, then goes long.
Silly
Wasn't
kick.
a great kick. There's plenty of numbers. Jay Reynolds goes back and takes the mark. Goes short, looking for Amalfi. Jack Jarman stands the mark. Defensive 50, member side of the ground. 5 points the difference. Amalfi goes short. Reynolds takes the mark again. So just waiting for something to open up the Bombers, and Bart Wallace goes out wide. Oh! So a free kick taken there by Josh Francis, defensive 50. Goes wide again, got to get one-on-one they do here. Stoffels sits behind Reynolds, and Reynolds takes the mark. Boswood moving for him now. They've just got to get smarter and work harder here, Rosebud. Frankston prepared to work. Kicks the ball, not a great kick. Oh, Bentley. Shocking performance there on his account. There's Chapman. He threw the footy. Peg, what can he do? Gets the footy, right foot kick. Jarman's got a couple to beat. Goes over the top. Buchan will win the footy. Back to the footy though. Ball goes down towards Williams. Stoffels, he's got Reynolds out the back. Reynolds clean by foot usually, and he is on this occasion, finds Dale Sutton. So they just can't work it out of this area though, Frankston, right now.
Yeah, they're really struggling to find that big mark target.
Locking the ball down. There's Payne. So it wasn't a great kick there by Dale Sutton. Brenton Payne. He's going to get pinged for holding the ball here. Gets a handball out. Wilson. He hasn't been able to get anything this afternoon. He's got a free kick now, though. But he fumbled that ball again, Wilson.
Oh, he was clotheslined as he fumbled. That's pretty stiff. I don't know whether you can call that one on him, mate.
He does not want to watch this tape. Let me give you the tip. So Daniel Wilson, who's been an unbelievable player for Rosebud this year, kicks the ball long. looking there for Baker's got a couple to beat. That was clever play. He just knocked it forward. Sean Downey, left foot kick. That's going to bounce through for a goal! Oh! Sean Downey's kicked from the boundary line.
Wow-wee.
An amazing goal by Sean Downey. That's the second one like that he's kicked for the afternoon. And they go further ahead. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in Rosebud, where top brands cost you less. Giving 27 years of trusted local service, David Bark Appliances, more local than the footy. Check the David Bark website, 1263 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud, 5986 5544.
Wow-wee.
Well, let's hope you're watching the game live on RPPFM footy through Facebook and YouTube, because that was one of the best goals you'll see. A wonderful goal it was as a free kick. Who's it going? It's going Frankston's way, Dale Sutton. 15 minutes gone. No, it's Degenhart who's got it. He goes to Macari on the left foot. Ooh. Who wasn't sure what to do, so he just went long and strong. Kingsbury leapt, couldn't take the mark. For the ball, there's Mew. He's got some support out wide. Wilson slipped over. What can he do? Little left foot chip. That was a bit better. Aaron Rose waited for the footy. Lucks a fortune. Went under the legs. Great play by Spooner. Attacked the footy. Then he just hacks the ball forward. Oh! Macari fell over. Slip. Good play, Baker. He knows he's got a couple to beat. Holds the ball under himself. And the ball finally spills out. Good work there by Baker.
You weren't wrong in your assumption walking out on the ground this afternoon, were you, George, with the soft 7 out there. Macari's just planted the boots.
Straight under.
Just put the skis on and off he went.
12-13-85 Rosebud. Frankston 11-8-74. 11 points the difference. Frankston do not want to allow another goal to Rosebud, or it's going to be tough for them as Amalfi gets it, just hacks the ball forward, 2-on-1, Longham versus McRae. Great work there by Longham. He's in the box seat here. Well kicked off the ground there by Davidge. He did not allow Longham to pick that footy up because he knew that he'd take off.
Oh yeah, he certainly, it was worry street for a while when McRae hit the deck, because we knew Longham had the legs on Davidge. So smart for him just to boot the ball.
So right forward pocket, terrible throw in once again. Ball spills down, Kingsbury up against the boundary line. The ball's out of bounds. So the umpire will throw the ball back into play again. Right forward pocket, about 30 metres around from Frankston's goal. They trail by 11 points. We've played 16 and a half minutes in this final quarter. That's a beautiful throw in. Kitchen down to Kingsbury, tried to work his way out, eventually did. Right foot kick to the top of the square. Foot race on, Kremich versus Foster. Great play there by Seb Kremich. Tucked the footy under the arm, ran to defensive 50, wanted the boundary line. It didn't go out. Page versus Huswaite. Huswaite's got him. Page though, good play by him. Second effort was fantastic. Chapman's got it, goes out wide. Wasn't a great kick. He kicked it out of bounds on the full without any pressure. And he's having a bit of how do you do down there with Fletcher Huswaite, I think. So a little kick in was nice. Greg Bentley wins the footy. He's got it on the wing position. They're just doing enough at the moment, Rosebud. They'd love another goal, though, as he kicks it towards the 50-metre line. Pack flies. It was Baker almost came down with the footy. Stacks on the mill. Umpire forced to come in and bounce. No, boundary umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw the ball back into play. Half forward line for the Buds now, kicking towards the Carr Street end in this final quarter.
You just felt that Frankston really needed to kick a goal, didn't they, when they had that inside 50. It's going to be hard from here, I think, from Frankston.
So the ball back into play. Great play, roving there. It was Boswood. Kicks the ball towards the wing position. One-on-one. Bart Wallace over the back from Buchan, who's gone forward. Wallace sold some candy, then kicks it to Payne, who takes an uncontested mark on the wing. Wants some support, gets it from Lockie Muse, a long left foot kick. Kicks it inside now, Keegan Downey came down, just soft hands, tapped it down to Spooner. Now Keegan's got it, left foot shot at goal. He wanted it to come back and it didn't. But he was good then, Keegan. He knew that he was out of position to mark, but he just palmed it down to Spooner.
Clearly something going on with Beau Muston, boys. I thought I saw him limp into the coach's box, and I clearly have, because Buchan's gone forward, and Buchan's been their best intercept market down in defence today. So Beau Muston down's a big one.
So that was not a great kick by Amalfi. Great play there by McRae again. Wanted the boundary line. Handball comes inside there from good tackle there. It was by Kitchen. Head over the footy there is Stevens. Happy to see the ball over the line out of bounds. So Bart Wallace just feeling if he's got a right foot after that big tackle from Ryan Kitchen.
Bit of cramp, I think.
So Sean Downey comes off. Jack Jarman back in to play. Dwyer won the tap easy. Good play there by Reynolds. Sold some candy, then got tackled. Could have been pink for holding the ball. You just feel the next 5 minutes is critical in this game. Good play there by Dwyer. He won that footy and then he just took it to ground and...
Kitchen just whacked him across the head.
So against Ryan Kitchen.
And he knows it. You can tell Kitchen knows when he's done something wrong when he's got that little scrunch up in his face.
So it's Ben Dwyer who's had the better of that duel again today. Kicks the ball inside 50. Baker! Almost took the mark. Thought he might have been paid at Fletcher. Huswaite head over the footy. And it's locked inside, attacking 50 again for the Buds.
Jeez, he was unlucky there, Baker, when he just had the ball ripped out by Al Williams. Just did the last. It's probably that millisecond of whether it's going to be paid a mark or not.
And in the elimination final in Peninsula League, Pines, they have pulverised Mount Eliza 15-16, 106 to 2 goals, 8-20. An embarrassing result there for the Mount Eliza Football Club. Thanks to Sus for putting that up for us as Jay Page gets the footy inside defensive 50. Kremich should have went the punch. Went for the mark from behind. Matty Harris takes the mark at half-back. Sees Boswood short.
Boswood.
Dropped the mark. Spills out. There's Wilson. Kicks the ball. Didn't know what to do and he ended up kicking it out of bounds on the full.
He's had a stinker, hasn't he? Poor Danny Wilson.
Geez.
Had an absolute stinker.
So it'll be Ryan Marks Logan to bring the ball back into play. 21 minutes gone now in this final quarter. Just pops it up. Not sure that was the greatest kick. Seb Kremich at the fore of the ball. Well tackled. Spills out. There's a little right foot banana from Stoffels. One out in the square. Oh, it's going to be a free kick. Page just chucked Keegan Downey out of the way. And Keegan Downey's going to go back and have a ping at goal.
Where's the umpire taking him? Where's the umpire taking him here?
Surely that was in the square.
It was in the middle of the square.
It was in the middle of the square.
He's taken into the goal post. The poor fella's got to run around and take a snap.
So Keegan Downey for goal number 5 goes in now and kicks the goal. It's all over here in the qualifying final. 13-14-92 to 11-8-74. That's on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard and you're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Selling a property is one of the biggest financial transactions you'll make. O'Brien Real Estate aim to take the stress out of the equation and deliver a result above your expectations. With offices in Langwarrin, Chelsea, Carrum Downs and Keysborough. Whether you're buying, selling or renting, O'Brien has you covered.
13-14-92 Rosebud. They'll be playing Sorrento next week in the second semi-final. Keegan Downey with 5 goals. Jackson McRae has booted 1, been outstanding today. Sean Downey as well. So we're back in the centre of the ground. Kitchen versus Dwyer. They've been at it all day. 22 gone, about 4.5 to go in this game, according to the gentleman next door. This guy's worked his butt off all day. It was Dale Sutton. Good play there by Bentley. Just stands up in the tackle. Dale Sutton wins it again. Good play. Fisher just tapped it. Guess who? Dale Sutton roved it. Kicks the ball long. Longham versus Davidge. Dongham almost got his mitt to it. Oh, crashing through there was Reynolds. Little chip pass. Kicked it straight down the throat there of his opposition player in Curtis Corrin. So inside defensive 50. No need to rush for the Buds. They lead by 18 points. Ball goes out wide. Good mark taken there. Jared Amelfi goes short. Looking for. Finds Foster. That's Jake. He's got the ball at half forward. Members side of the ground. Goes in short. Looking for Harris. Couldn't find him. Buchan right foot banana. Good goal. Back to 12 points. They won't go away, the Bombers. 12-8-80, Rosebud 13-14-92, Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
4 minutes to play. I reckon it could still be a ball game. It's a long time of footy in local footy. 2 goals. I mean, it's not a whole lot. So interesting to see what goes on. Whether Rosebud just keep attacking. So yeah, interesting to see whether they keep going attacking Rosebud or whether they start trying to put the fork in it. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
No, Rosebud will keep attacking. You can guarantee that. Good play, Boswood. Comes out. Dale Stevens wins the footy, then goes over the top to Bentley. Needs to win this footy. Does. Handball's over his head. Stevens just bashes it forward. Good play. Huswaite was able to put some body pressure on. Spooner. He can ice the game here. No, he hit the woodwork. Did Ryan.
Amalfi's cramping.
Oh, that's a serious cramp too. He looks to be in a lot of pain.
Yep, he is. So Mark Logan to bring the ball back into play. Bedford versus Corrin. Good play there by Bedford. Got out in front, took the mark. Defensive 50. They need to move the ball quickly. Could have been a handy point, I reckon. Kremich over the back. There's Dwyer. Tucks the footy. He's dropped it. And it'll be a free kick to Corey Buchan, who kicked the last goal for the Bombers. He's got the ball at half-back. Member side of the ground. They need to move it quickly. No time to be hanging around waiting to where to go. They need to go long and strong. Does so now. Wasn't a great kick. Pack flies at the back. McRae happy to see the ball over the line out of bounds. He too is cramping.
A lot of cramps out there. Been a big game for him, and it's been a superb game of footy to watch and commentate. And it's been hard bodies in and under all day, and they've never stopped. And obviously they probably haven't played on the ground this size all year, so they're going to be cramping. They're going to be sore tomorrow.
Great play there. Went to Jarman from Bentley. Kicks it inside. Down. He takes the mark, Keegan. In front of Mark Logan. And this to kick number 6.
And probably get
3 minutes to go.
Probably get himself best on ground this goal if he goes back and kicks this. He's been phenomenal, and I mean he hasn't had easy opponents. Ryan Marks Logan is arguably probably going to be the defender that gets team of the year if a defender from Frankston does get it, and he's had his measure all day.
Keegan Downey for number 6 comes in and nails the goal. And it's back out to 19 points, 14-15-99. That's on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. And they're doing it nicely now against the Frankston Bombers.
Fantastic work, Rosebud. I asked, obviously you said that they were going to keep attacking for sure. I wasn't quite sure, but yeah, they did, and they've done well. So, yeah, fantastic of Rosebud to keep going and keep pushing and hitting the scoreboard. Keegan Downey's been phenomenal, and just Benny Dwyer's game through the ruck as well. I mean, he's so underrated. I mean, he's not underrated, but his work he does is just absolutely phenomenal.
So back in the centre of the ground, the Frankston box just asking what's going on down there. They're giving it to me up here, the Frankston coaches box. Good fun, good blokes. Oh, Cheno, just
pick it up, mate.
Just dropped it, sunshine. Must be a newbie, just a bit of shine on the
it
pill.
is.
So we're back in the centre of the ground. 99 plays 80. Rosebud 14-15-99. Frankston 12-8-80. Up they go. Good play. Dwyer won it again. Fletcher Huswaite, left foot kick. Chapman's got it. Got a big hit there by Downey. Was able to get his kick to it. There's McRae. Third man up over the back. Killed the contest again, did Jackson. And he has been outstanding this afternoon as Jackson McRae.
I've been a big critic of his. I spoke about it with Dan Wilson's father through the week, and I said, look, I don't rate him that much. I don't think he's much shop. I think he's just a really good size, but I don't really rate him as a footballer. And he said, he did the job on Corp last week, and geez, he's proved me wrong this week. He's been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he has. He has been outstanding. So is that player that just went over the boundary line who's cramping in Sean Downey. They're helping him off the ground. One of the best young players in the competition without question, Sean Downey. His big brother at the other end has booted 6 goals. And we've only got a couple of minutes left in this game as the ball comes back into play again. No one got a decisive tap. Jack Jarman, he was able just to hack the ball forward. Boswood's tried all day. Good tackle on him. No, too high, said the umpire against Ryan Spooner and Mitch Boswood. The skipper for the Bombers gave it to Loney. Kicks the ball inside again. Buchan one out. There he is. McRae again. Takes it. And he's done a hamstring.
No, he's cramped.
I thought he pinned his string. I thought I heard it from here. He grabbed it.
There was someone up the top of us with the sniper, and they just
So Jackson McRae, he's pinged it again. He's done 2 hamstrings and a kick as the ball comes down. Tack on the footy, half forward. Al Williams, just a little hack off the ground. Rosebud players waiting for the loose footy to come out. There's Bentley, refuses to be brought to the ground. Wilson, good tackle there on Buchan. There's Sutton, he's in there having a crack as well eventually. Boundary line beats them all, 28 0.45 seconds gone in this match, and it's 14-15-99 Rosebud. Frankston 12-8-80. And what a way to kick off finals footy in the Nepean League. Footy's live and well. Why would you want to touch it? That's what I want to ask as the ball gets kicked forward there by Fletcher Huswaite. Mark Slogan, what a terrific player. He left Keegan Downey. Comes out and takes the mark. Chapman, he's got some work to do. Dale Stevens hot on his hammer. Boundary line beats them both. And the ball's locked in the left forward pocket for the Buds.
A minute, 15 seconds to go. So game over. I mean, I was going to say probably
58. So 58. It is game over. What a wonderful contest it's been. Kitchen in the ruck, Baker, no one decisive. Sean Downey, later tackle on Macari, probably didn't have the footy, umpire agreed. Play on, advantage paid. Joshy Francis takes the ball, defensive 50, goes wide to Buchan, and it's those little mistakes that Frankston have made all day in terms of hitting their target.
But not even those mistakes. It's just been the lack of target they've had. I mean, Beau Mustin goes off the field now and Buchan goes forward, but Buchan's been their best defender all day. So it's just that lack of forward target's been really hurtful for him.
Stevens unloads from 50, not going to get the journey. Going back with a fly to the ball, Ryan Marks Logan has a bounce. This might be the last kick in the match. This one maybe from a Melfi who got the handball, kicks it up towards Payne who takes the mark. And he takes it at half-back, member side of the ground. 14-15-99 Rosebud. Frankston 12-8-80. Umpire Chenoweth tells him to move the footy on. He does so now. Kicks it inside 50. Baker almost with the one juke. Wilson, left foot. Can he have a crack at it? Goes around the corner. Doesn't matter. Rosebud are through to the second semi-final next weekend against Sorrento. Frankston will wait until tomorrow afternoon to understand who they play, the winner of Hastings and Red Hill, of course. But what a game of footy. A wonderful contest. We'll go to a break with the final score, 14-15-99 Rosebud, Frankston 12-8-80. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with a full-time wrap. That's a hamstring.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
Are you eligible for NDIS, an aged care package, or just looking for in-home care? Try Aftercare.
So let our family help your family.
Call 1300 46 46 63 or visit after-care.com.au. Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in Rosebud, where top brands cost you less, giving 27 years of trusted local service. David Bark Appliances, more local than the footy. Check the David Bark website, 1263 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud, 5986 5544.
At Solar Heart, we go to extreme lengths to give you years of trouble-free solar power. Our systems are designed for the harshest conditions, rigorously tested and backed by trusted Solar Heart warranties. Don't risk anything less than Solar Heart.
Winter is blowing in and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered with stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach. Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from Mornington Peninsula produce. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belnarring. Phone 0359832597.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
Selling a property is one of the biggest financial transactions you'll make. O'Brien Real Estate aim to take the stress out of the equation and deliver a result above your expectations. With offices in Langwarrin, Chelsea, Carrum Downs and Keysborough. Whether you're buying, selling or renting, O'Brien has you covered.
We've all had regrets, but your home loan shouldn't be one of them. At Bendigo Bank, we know a great rate means nothing without great service. Bendigo Home Loans. When it's time for you to settle, have no regrets.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day, where today Rosebud have got over the line against Frankston. An enthralling game, 14-15-99 in the end to 12-8-80. And we're live streaming to you this afternoon thanks to RPPFM Footy, live on Facebook and on YouTube. And look, a wonderful game of footy in the end, and Rosebud just too strong in the end. They booted 4 goals 4 to 1 goal 1 in the final quarter. Just too strong.
Yeah, exactly what we wanted in a first final. You come down to Frankston Park, you expect a big match of football, and it's exactly what we got. We had Frankston fly out of the mark and get 5 goals up at quarter time, and was phenomenal footy to watch from Frankston, and even that, and then that second quarter for Rosebud to come out and really fight back and manage to get 2 goals in front was phenomenal to watch. Just obviously Rosebud too strong in the end, and that pressure going forward. They always look too much for Frankston's defenders. Keegan Downey obviously kicking 6 goals was phenomenal, and just the small forwards as well, like Downey pushing down there, and Payne. I mean, he's an old fella, but Payne's he's just so smart around the footy, and Spooner as well. They've both popped up and kicked goals, and the way they've managed midfielders to push down as well. I mean, we're quite critical of Bentley in that first quarter. I think he had 1 touch at quarter time, Geordie King, and managed to probably end up with 15 to 20 touches, and was just really fantastic in setting up through the midfield. I mean, you can't go past Benny Dwyer. His work in the ruck is just phenomenal. Kitchen's not a bad tap ruckman, and always manages to get Kitchen's measure. Frankston's biggest letdown today, I mean, and as it has been all year, is just the lack of forward target. We know Longham's a fantastic forward, but Longham was always a fantastic forward when he had a bigger player, like when they went last year. They had LJ or whatever his name was, the small ball bloke.
Yeah, Luke Jones.
Yeah, Luke James. Yeah, the LJ, and was always better when he had the second forward. He did freaky things, but he's been getting the key defender so far this year, and hasn't been able to have a good year. Or I mean, he's had a good year, and for Frankston, probably kicked 35 goals, but you really want more out of your key forward. Bo Muston obviously went down with a hamstring, as we saw him. Ice heavy on that left hamstring of his, so they lost him at centre half forward, and you could tell in that last quarter they really lacked that forward coming out of defence. They had to put Buchan down there, but Buchan was their best defender in terms of intercept marking, because obviously Mark Logan was pretty well held with Keegan Downey. So lots to work on for Frankston. I mean, obviously they see Fox. Fox should be right with a cork. You'd think he'd just have a bit of a big rehab session tomorrow and over the week. Bo Muston, I mean, whether they've just put him on ice to make sure he's okay for the rest of the final series, or whether it's a serious hamstring, we don't know. But it didn't look too good. Rosebud, I mean, they had Stevens, who played out the rest of the match, but he still looked limpy every time he stopped running. And Curtis Corrin didn't come back on for the rest of the game. So, I mean, plenty to work on for Frankston. Rosebud go in confident next week after being able to knock off Sorrento last week. So, yeah, it should be a really good final series to come. Look forward to seeing what the result is tomorrow between Red Hill and Hastings, and see what Frankston have to come up against.
Geordie King, you were looking at the stats this afternoon thanks to Aftercare Australasia. What did they look like in the end?
Yeah, we'll start with the inside 50s. Rosebud ended up with 50 and Frankston 44. Player stats for Rosebud: Daniel Wilson ended up with 10. Sean Downey ended up with 20. Greg Bentley 16 after a very quiet quarter, just the one in the first. Jack Jarman had 24 and a goal. And for Frankston, we had Dale Sutton, who was their best for mine. He had 28 and kicked 3. Sam Fox, who went off injured in that first quarter, didn't see it. Mitch Boswood ended up with 13 and Kingsbury with 24.
Kingsbury was really good. I mean, sorry to interrupt, but Kingsbury was fantastic. He only had, 3 touches at quarter time. So for him to bob up and get 24, I thought that was a really smart move by Bo Muston to put him to half forward, because Anthony Pegg was having a real impact on the game of footy and just driving them off half back. So for Kingsbury to go to half forward and not only become a live wire himself, but to shut down Pegg was fantastic as well.
It was, and it was. They got away to a flyer, Frankston, this afternoon. They booted 6 goals, 440. To just 1-4-10. They led by 30 points at quarter time, and they looked like they were doing everything right at that point in time. And they kicked 3 or 4 goals in the last 5 or 6 minutes of that first quarter, including a goal after the siren. And we thought to ourselves, once a side like Frankston gets its tail up, it's hard to stop. But Rosebud, full credit to them, they came out in that second quarter and booted 7 goals to no score. And all of a sudden we knew we had a ball game. Rosebud went in at the break 8-8-56 to 6 goals for 40. All they needed to do, Rosebud, was hang in there and stay within a goal or two of Frankston Bombers at 3-quarter time to come home with the breeze. It blew to the Car Street end in the final quarter, and they were able to do that. Frankston kicked a couple of late goals, but Rosebud was able to kick 2 themselves against the breeze to the bay end, and it set themselves up for a fantastic last quarter. They booted 4 goals, 4 to just the 1 goal 1, and got away with a 14-15-99 to 12-8-80 margin in the end. Keegan Downey, he was the star of the forwards this afternoon. He booted 6 goals for Rosebud. Tom Stoffels, an improving player all the time, he booted a couple. Sean Downey, he was beaten from pillar to post as we expected, and as we were told on the RPP footy show this morning that he was going to get some serious attention, and he did, and he kicked 2 goals and had over 20 possessions. And then there was a host of players, including Jackson McRae, who was one of the best players on the ground, left Beau Muston, which was always dangerous, and was able to get up and kick a goal himself. For Frankston, Dale Sutton, I thought was clearly their best player. He booted 3 goals this afternoon, 3 goals to Beau Muston as well before, as Lockie said, went off with a hamstring injury, and a host of players kicked 1 goal this afternoon as well. Boys, 3-2-1.
Yep, for me, I reckon I'll go with 1 to start off with. I thought Dale Sutton was very good for the Frankston Bombers. So
fought all day, didn't he?
Him 1, yeah, he did. I've given 2 to Jackson McRae. Thought his job down back was very good, and 3 to Sean Downey, who we've mentioned, who had 20 disposals and was very good in the midfield. And
kicked a couple of goals. Locke, your 3-2-1.
I've given 1 to Tommy Stoffels. Probably not a player we spoke about a lot. You just mentioned him in that little rut there, but I found that in that third and last quarter he was huge for Rosebud when the game really was in the mixed. He was fantastic. He stood up on the half forward flank, and I was probably his biggest critic against Hastings. I thought he was really soft in his attack on the footy and was really average when he got disposal of the footy. He was quite scared, but today he really stood up and put his head over the footy and really showed good intent and really drove the ball forward to Keegan Downey and the like. Gave 2 to Keegan, kicked 6 today. When he gets out on his bike on the lead, there's no one stopping him. Ryan Marks Logan, Al Williams, they're not slow players. Marks Logan, arguably their best defender and probably one of the quickest closing defenders in the competition, and Keegan Downey made him look slow today. Was fantastic out in the lead, and he's got a beautiful set of hands, so he was really good kicking 6. And for me, Jackson McRae was clearly best on. I mentioned in that last quarter that I was quite I was his biggest critic as well.
Do you like anybody?
I like myself.
Yeah.
No, but I thought McRae, look, from what I'd seen of him, I mean, he's still a young kid, so it's really hard to judge a player yet, but I just thought he was a really big fella. I just thought he was a bit dopey and wasn't quite sure what he was doing, but he was actually, today he was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, not only did he stop Beau Muston, I mean, Beau Muston kicked 3 goals, but if you're Adrian McBean...
A couple of cheapies out the back.
If you're Adrian McBean, you look at that and you see, well, those two of the 3 kicked was McRae attacking the footy, trying to get the fist, leaving his man and pushing up to that contest and trying to help his teammates out, and just unlucky, and he managed to obviously go forward and kick a really vital goal in that second quarter for Rosebud. So for me, he gets the 3 votes.
Well, he's the best man on the ground because you gave him votes too. Yep, so he got 2 from me, 2 from Geordie, and 3 from you, Locke. So I gave for Sean Downey and Keegan Downey, I gave the 1 and the 3 as well. I thought Keegan, 6 goals, the dominant big man the dominant forward on the ground, and booting 6 goals out of his sides. 14 was a tremendous effort, and Sean Downey, as we said, started pretty slowly but really got into the game. Was so important, showed great leg speed, set up his brother for a couple of goals and booted a couple of him for himself. But congratulations to Jackson McRae. 2 massive scalps in 2 weeks. He's knocked over Nick Corp, arguably the best forward of the competition this season. And not that Leaper Holke will enjoy hearing that too much, but Nick Corp's been outstanding this year. He was able to do the job on him and keep him to 1 goal last week, and as Lockie said, he was able to get the job done against Beau Muston this afternoon as well. And, well, it's cheerio from us. It's been fantastic. We've practiced and with our camera work this afternoon. We hope you've enjoyed it. To all the crew here. You see our ugly three bonces, or maybe my ugly bonce, and these two aren't a little bit better looking than I am, but the power of work has been done behind the scenes by many people. So congratulations to Steve, to Brendan, and also to Pete Susevich and to Tom, who've done a lot of work this afternoon. Rab, we'll mention him. He brings the great camera work that you see on RPPFM on Saturday nights. But they've done a tremendous amount of work, and there's a lot of exciting things to come on RPPFM from a visual perspective. We've been enjoying bringing you the broadcast for forever and a day, but adding a real new dimension to our broadcasts, and they're going to become telecasts as well. So we can't wait for that. So congratulations to Brendan and to Steve and to Sus and to everybody else who's made that happen. A great job. Thanks to all of our new sponsors that have jumped on board for the final series as well, including our existing sponsors. The Bendigo Community Bank are wonderful supporters of RPPFM and sport in general, and we really value the relationship that we have with Gary Sanford and the team. So thanks very much to you, Gary, and to the Bendigo Community Bank. And we look forward to bringing you all the action again tomorrow afternoon. Massive game here again at Frankston at Car Street Oval. Bomb Beach versus Edith Vale. Peninsula League is wide open, and a lot of us expect that Bomb Beach and Edith Vale are right in the hunt, along with Frankston YCW and Pines, of course, winning by 12 or 13 goals against Mount Eliza today, have really stamped their authority on the competition. Thanks for joining us, whether you've been listening, whether you've been watching, or whether you've been doing both this afternoon. We've enjoyed bringing you a wonderful game of football. We thank you for your company, and we look forward to your company again tomorrow on RPPFM. We are the voice of Peninsula football.